Good afternoon. I would like to introduce you a little bit about our research in the Pyrenees, trying to look for Holocene archives of Saharan dust deposition. This is a collaborative work between different researchers and institutions in Spain within the umbrella of the POSHAPI project. So during the last, actually in the last year, there had been quite a few events that they seemed that they had been a little bit more intense than in the past with Saharan dust deposition during the winter, even in the mountains with incredible landscapes as the one that you see there in the Central Pyrenees in the last February. So it seems that at least the popular perception is that these dust events are increasing. And this is one of the motivations of the POSHAPI project, trying to understand the current or the more recent dust events in the Iberian Peninsula, but also trying to understand what happened in the past. And to do that, we used a network of sites and kind of a paleolimnological approach, trying to find the best possible sites that they may have some indicators that they are relatively easy to explain in terms of dust deposition. Two of them is the ones that we're presenting here. One of them is the Archoy pit bog in the Western Pyrenees, and the other one is Marboré Lake, high altitude over 2,600 meters elevation in the Central Pyrenees. Archoy pit bog will recover 4.5 meter sediment and did all the new age model and new analysis. And in Marboré Lake, we've been working on that particularly for almost the last decade. So this is some of the results, these preliminary results, trying to identify these periods of higher dust deposition. In this kind of general screen, we use iron to titanium ratio because the dust, Saharan dust is highly enriched in iron. So in these two graphs, you can see how the upper part in Archoy, the last 2,000 years, is the one that they have the highest ratio, and in Marboré is the last 4,000 years with some peaks in the mid-Holocene too. So in general, the picture is similar to other sites with early Holocene stability, increasing dustiness during the late Holocene and after what is after the end of the African humid period, and particularly in the last millennium. If we're looking to a little bit more of higher resolution then, and the Marboré are the ICP data, and Archoy as XRF data. But it seems that there's a higher dust input during warmer and arid phases, like the current period, post-Lilial age, medieval climate anomaly, the Iberian Roman period, kind of in both places, in both sites are, that's kind of the picture that emerged from this preliminary study. In general, within the Iberian Peninsula, there are different patterns. In the northwestern part of the Iberian Peninsula, some records point more to periods of negative North Atlantic oscillation, kind of colder water periods, periods with higher dust. In the central part of Spain, it seems that positive North Atlantic oscillation periods, warmer, are the ones they have higher dust index. In some Speleothem records, it seems that more intense westerly periods that they're associated to colder periods are the ones that they have higher dust input. So it's not at all a clear picture all over Spain, but we think that these two particular records are very promising. So looking ahead, we're going to get new geochemical indexes. Want to study in detail the mineralogy, also the magnetic properties, and some isotope indicators to characterize and identify these periods, and also include more sites, so we can also picture the regional variability. and then test if our hypothesis that higher dust input occur during warmer times is valid, or we should look for the general picture that the late Holocene is more complex. So thank you very much.